In this session, we take forward our previous concepts of formatting up different objects in a chart, and we begin from where we left off in our previous discussion. Now, in a previous videos, you've seen that there are a whole lot of different objects or entities that are encompassed in a chart itself, and we have explored the meaning and the purpose of all of them. Now, the next thing that we discussed is what do these two buttons for matte selection and reset to matte style do in context of what is being selected over here? That is going to be the main focus of today's discussion. So right now you can see that I have selected the chart area currently in my chart itself, and the moment I click on the format selection tab, a pop-up appears which happens to give me a lot of options that I can use to modify this chart area. Now, the one thing that is to be noticed, that is, I'm going to again repeat it. Whatever has been selected in this drop box, all the functionalities of these two buttons are going to be applicable only to that entity. So any modification that we do over here relates to the modification of the chart area itself. And as we move forward, let's take a step back and understand what all do these options mean. Now, this is the standard dialog box that will appear whenever you will click on the format selection tab, and I can prove it. If I were to select, say, the legend in this and click on format selection, you can again see a similar kind of drop box appearing over here. And if I go on say the plot area in this, and you can see again a similar kind of format that comes up over here. But for example purposes, we're going to begin with chart area itself, and going to click on the format selection, and these are all of the options available to us to format the chart area. Now, what do we mean by formatting of the chart area? When we talk about format, if you remember from our previous discussions, formatting is nothing just painting up the object itself. So you've built your home using brick and mortar, and if you go ahead and paint your house, then you're simply formatting the way it looks. And formatting a chart is pretty much similar to that. So you have the basic structure of the chart ready, and you just want to go ahead and you want to make it look better, or maybe more impressive or more informative. So that is when you use the formatting of the charts option in Excel. So let's begin with the first option over here, which is the fill option in this format selection tab. This is a common option which we'll be seeing through in all of the other objects in this Dropbox also, and it simply tells us that with what color do you want to fill up your chart area with. So right now it is the thing which has been selected is automatic, and let's just change it to say solid fill. Now there you go. Now my chart area has been completely filled up with the purple color, which I can obviously change from any of these values. Say I select this, and I can always modify the transparency of this color also. By transparency, I mean that the color would appear like how shallow or how deep would the color appear at the back end in the chart area. So right now, if I change the transparency to 100%, you can see that now I can literally see through the color. It's like seeing through like a completely transparent window. You are able to see everything, and decreasing this transparency property literally makes the whole thing opaque. And you can see the purple color is not really visible over here. Not just this, you don't really have the solid option available over here. You can go ahead and even choose out the gradient fill option over here, which tells you that there are a whole lot of options of the preset colors, and what is the type of the gradient that you want to fill in, what is the direction, what is the angle, and then you can always go ahead and put up different settings of the gradient in this also. Now note this that the complete concept of a gradient fill has been already been discussed in the previous sessions. Please refer to the previous ones for more information. Now we can even go ahead and put up a picture or a texture fill in this. So right now I have a texture fill at the back end of my chart, and currently I can change the texture as much as I want to. You can have these fishes if you want to put in your chart, or you can have this marble looking color over here, or if you want to, you can even go ahead and insert a thing from a file. So clicking on this file option would let you select a picture of your own to act as the background of your chart. And these are the various options associated with formatting up a picture background. And again, these options have been discussed in the previous sessions. Please go ahead and look into those. We can even go and fill into the pattern filler here also, which is a standard patterns which exist in Excel. And you can see as I select onto a pattern, the background changes accordingly. And I can easily go ahead and change on the foreground color in this. Say I want the whole background pattern to look in color black. And if I want the shady portion in this, the white portion, which will now be converted to the blue portion in this also. And obviously, if you go ahead with no fill, nothing would really be filled up at the back end. So this is all about the option of fill color in the format chart area option in Excel. Thank you for watching.